थैंक यू वेरी मच। माननीय मंत्री जी, मंच पर उपस्थित सभी महानुभाव और यहाँ उपस्थित सभी आमंत्रित अतिथिगण, मैं अपने उद्बोधन में हिंदी अंग्रेजी दोनों का उपयोग करूँगा। सर्वप्रथम मैं रवि गुप्ता जी को बधाई देना चाहता हूँ और धन्यवाद भी। वो मेरे अच्छे मित्र हैं और उनके बेहद आग्रह के कारण मुझे भोपाल से यहाँ आने का सौभाग्य प्राप्त हुआ और मैं मंत्री जी से अभी बता रहा था कि इस कार्यक्रम के तुरंत बाद मुझे वापस भागना पड़ेगा, पर मैं फिर भी आना चाहता था। विषय स्टेट एजुकेशन समिट का है और उसमें आईटी की भूमिका पर चर्चा इसलिए भी हो रही है क्योंकि डिजिटल लर्निंग जो मैगजीन है जो इस समिट को स्पॉन्सर कर रही है, वो ई गव नाम की भी एक मैगजीन निकालती है, ई हेल्थ नाम की भी मैगजीन निकालती है। तो एसेंशियली ई जो है वो कॉमन थ्रेड है एंड देयरफॉर ई एंड आईटी एंड आईसीटी बिकम्स इंटीग्रल पार्ट ऑफ एनी डिस्कोर्स, whether on education or health or whatever Mr. Gupta does. So today we are talking about education and therefore ICT in education. I would like to be slightly taking a different course to the entire subject. Limited point ये है कि challenges in education sector are huge and I would not like to get bogged down by numbers because if I talk about numbers, then it becomes a very challenging task to reach the ultimate objective. But I'm a great optimist and मुझे थोड़ा सा फ़ायदा ये महसूस होता है कि I am sitting on the other side of the table. So ऐसे कॉन्फ्रेंसेस में नॉर्मली हम सब ये बात तो करते हैं कि क्या क्या होना चाहिए, पर मैं उनमें से हूँ जिनकी जिम्मेदारी है कि वो सब होना है. So Therefore, I am more worried and at the same time I am very optimistic. We can do it and we are doing it. Basic challenges of school education actually are not handled by me and I am not going to talk about them because more competent person is sitting here, Rashmi. She is my batchmate and she is Commissioner of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. So I think she will be talking about in her session challenges in school education and higher education and others. But I'll talk to you about what IT can do and what we are doing in Madhya Pradesh and how I foresee this to be the game changer. First of all, I think IT is going to be bringing a paradigm shift in education. How will I do it? Mr. Sam Pitroda came to Madhya Pradesh in June and we had a very good interactive session with him in Bhopal in June this year. And he mentioned during one of the meetings of State Innovation Council, he said, look, let's not presume that today the kids need teachers. Actually, children don't need teachers anymore. They only need guides, enablers, and mentors. Give them an opportunity and they will learn things on themselves. Now, this is a very profound statement to be made by a man of his stature. थोड़ा इसको अगर हम लाइटर वेन में देखें तो अगर किसी छोटी सी क्लास में बच्चों से पूछा शिक्षक ने कि ये बताओ कि हनुमान ने माता सीता की खोज कैसे की, तो एक बच्चे ने हाथ उठा के कहा कि बहुत सिंपल, गूगल सर्च से. Solutions to many of the questions are found in Google search. Today the kids know how to look for solutions. Give them opportunity, they will look for solutions. And as somebody was mentioning rightly that you don't have to teach a kid as to how to operate a remote. Nowhere. हम जितने लोग इस कमरे में बैठे हैं सब जानते हैं कि जब घर में कोई गैजेट आता है तो सबसे पहले हमारे बच्चे उस गैजेट को ऑपरेट करना सीख लेते हैं और फिर वो हमको सिखाते हैं. So they don't go to a classroom to learn those gadgets. So what do we need to do? We need to provide them access, enabling environment for IT, and then they will catch hold of things on their own. This is actually very easier said than done. I am Secretary IT of Madhya Pradesh and Honorable Minister is sitting here and we keep breaking our heads. And the problem is to be able to let that backbone reach the intended target group, that is villages. मेरी चुनौती इंदौर शहर में नहीं है, मेरी चुनौती भोपाल शहर में नहीं है, मेरी चुनौती बालाघाट में बैहर विकासखंड जो कि नक्सल प्रभावित है, उसके अंदर जो एक लिम्बा टोड़ा नाम का गांव है, वहां मेरी चुनौती है. और वहां इस कॉन्फ्रेंस के अंदर चर्चा करने वाले कोई भी सब्जेक्ट लागू नहीं होते, बिकॉज ऑल PPPs of this world don't reach there, because we don't have network. And all our applications are based on network, most of them. Some of them are not, but most of them. So what do we do for the backbone? So what we are doing today might interest you. We have a network in government system which is called SWAN, as you know, State Wide Area Network. It has now reached up to block and tehsil level. We are strengthening it by going for alternative bandwidths and providing a lot of redundancy in equipments and so on. But now we are spreading SWAN into schools. So in the first phase, Honorable Minister gave us an instruction that please do it as early as possible. We are now setting up virtual classrooms in Madhya Pradesh, and I have taken it up as a project, as an innovation. And in phase 1, we are connecting 313 block headquarters, and each block we have picked up one school, government school, and 100 colleges, government colleges, and each college and school would have a virtual classroom which will have the entire setup, projector and a computer and a LED TV, LCD TV and microphone and everything, and the speaker. And we are setting up a studio in Bhopal, and obviously then pre-recorded lectures or a live lecture from a teacher. The best mathematics teacher in Madhya Pradesh would be teaching in that studio, and all the 313 classrooms would be simultaneously attending the same lecture. And because it is going to be interactive, children will be able to ask questions and so on. And technology provides that solution. It is no rocket science. Now where is the challenge? The challenge is to be able to connect these schools first of all. So we are connecting through lease lines at the moment. And of course, studio and content development, etc. is already there. Rashmi has a very competent team. Some of them are already sitting here, Ajit and all. And they are already working on the content development. So we have a fairly good team to take care of contents. Now what do I do next? And this project incidentally is going to be going live in another month's time. So once it goes live, then I'll be standing before you with much wider shoulders and broader smile. But that doesn't solve my problem, because the number of such schools which require this kind of a system in government are again somewhere around 3,000 to 4,000. And I'm not talking about any private school at the moment. I'm not only speaking about government school. So my connectivity has to reach there. 300 विकास खंडों में तो लीज लाइन फिर भी मैं दे सकता हूँ, लेकिन मैं 4,000 स्कूल्स में लीज लाइन देने जाऊंगा तो खर्चा होगा. दूसरा ये कि BSNL, एयरटेल, रिलायंस, इनकी वहां पर फाइबर होनी चाहिए ताकि वो कनेक्टिविटी वहां तक पहुंचा सके. So these are the challenges which at the moment we are gradually moving into. But one good thing that has happened suddenly is National Optical Fiber Network. If you do not know about it, allow me to spend a few minutes on this. Well, this is again a very ambitious program of Government of India, and state government has chipped in by signing an MOU, and Madhya Pradesh was the first state actually in the country to have signed that MOU with Government of India. What is NOFN, National Optical Fiber Network? The USO fund available with Telecom Ministry has been given to an SPV, a company has been set up by the name Bharat Broadband Nigam Limited. And the mandate for this company is to lay optical fiber cable up to every Gram Panchayat in the country. And the time limit they have set for themselves is December 2013. Appears to be a little optimistic, but even if it gets delayed by a couple of months, it doesn't matter. Imagine if an optical fiber cable physically reaches Gram Panchayats, and obviously if it is going to a Gram Panchayat, many of the Grams en route Gram Panchayat will also get connected. And we in Government of Madhya Pradesh are providing space for this fiber optic cable node to be terminated in Gram Panchayat building. We are providing them a roof. providing them a room, providing power connection. So what will happen? Madhya Pradesh has 23,000 gram panchayats. And we all know the power of optical fiber. Incidentally, Bharat Broadband Nigam Limited has also promised that out of this optical fiber network, 100 Mbps bandwidth will be made available, free internet bandwidth will be made available to government for e-governance applications. 100 Mbps is very ambitious, right up to Gram Panchayat level. Now what can I do? My vision is very clear. I would have already done my pilot testing for these 313 virtual classrooms. And once I am through and I am ready with the contents, I will simply replicate it in 23,000 villages, Gram Panchayats. So every Gram Panchayat headquarter will have a small virtual classroom where 30 students can sit. And can you imagine the best mathematics teacher, गणित का प्रदेश का सबसे अच्छा शिक्षक भोपाल में बैठ कर कक्षा लेगा और एक साथ 23,000 ग्राम पंचायतों में उन कक्षाओं में बच्चे वही गणित की कक्षा पढ़ रहे होंगे बगैर एनी डाइल्यूशन. The only fundamental difference is कि अब वो हिंदी में पढ़ा रहा होगा और वो बच्चे हिंदी में पढ़ रहे होंगे. तो क्वालिटी में इंप्रूवमेंट तो आएगा. तो ICT will lead to that revolution. So I am looking for these kind of fundamental changes that are likely to happen in my state. There are a couple of more challenges. It's very easy for me to explain this, but very difficult for me to get it implemented in the ground. Because I don't have too many people who understand the language of IT. So if I tell somebody कि optical fiber की केबल जा रही है, वहाँ पर connectivity देख लेना, router और switches वगैरह, तो वो router switches सुन के आधे लोग धराशायी हो जाते हैं. So I need people who understand language of IT. So now Honorable Minister has been literally hitting on my head कि please set up an IT cadre and have a team at your grassroots level. So now we are setting up IT cadre. Happy to inform you that now at every block and tehsil level we have assistant e-governance managers, and at every district level we have district e-governance managers, and they have been already recruited, online examination conducted, they were recruited in one shot, no interviews, merit, counseling, they have joined, and on 17th, that is day before yesterday, we started training for 50 of those district e-governance managers, and Madhya Pradesh has 50 districts incidentally. 100% of them joined, and they are getting trained for their orientation and induction. The idea is that I need to create that team now at the ground level. How will I implement all these things? So we are doing it. So let's not, first of all, presume that because government cannot do it, therefore PPP is the mantra. Government takes time to do it because challenges are manifold. Couple of more suggestions, I'll take 2 more minutes. I have a couple of more challenges because my friends from HP and Microsoft and of course my friend from Innovation, Angel Network, actually the talent lies in private sector. But I have a peculiar problem. How do I tap that talent? For example, somebody comes and shows me a demonstration of a beautiful product that he has developed. It's a sort of online classroom where recording can be done and can be relayed. But how do I procure that product? Because my scales are again enormous. Now if, for example, no names, HP comes with a very beautiful product, I cannot straight away take that product and deploy in all the government schools because I have to go through a transparent procurement process. And how do I do it? My suggestion to all my friends in private sector is, kindly, whenever you come up with good products or you innovate with new ideas, kindly test them in private schools first on a large scale. Private schools can choose to pick up any product without any tendering process. They have a freedom. And let it be so popularized that there is a demand created, and then it will be much easier for me to create an ecosystem and then do a procurement through a transparent process. I cannot straight away take a demonstration from a good company of a beautiful product and then say, okay, पूरे स्कूलों में लग जाएगा. Ask Rashmi, it is very difficult and challenging in government to directly take up a private sector product. Second, and this is again a thought I'm just leaving behind. When we say we need PPP in education, let us understand the dynamics. जब हम रोड सेक्टर में PPP करते हैं, तो मैं PPP का इन्वेस्टर हूं. मैंने इंदौर से देवास की सड़क बनाई. PPP में पब्लिक प्राइवेट पार्टनरशिप में जो प्राइवेट आदमी ने इन्वेस्टमेंट किया है उसको पैसा पब्लिक से मिलना है, पब्लिक प्राइवेट पार्टनरशिप, सरकार पीछे से खड़ी है, उसने इस पार्टनरशिप को अलाउ किया है। दिस इज द कॉन्सेप्ट। मैं पब्लिक से पैसा ले सकता हूं टोल के थ्रू, तो सड़क के प्रोजेक्ट में तो पीपीपी समझ में आता है। शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में जब पीपीपी होगा, एक तो तरीका हो सकता है कि हायर एजुकेशन में बहुत सारे नए यूनिवर्सिटीज या नए कॉलेजेस सेटअप हो रहे हैं, पर मैं फिर से आपको ले जाऊंगा बालाघाट में, बैहर विकासखंड में, लिम्बा टोड़ा गांव में, हम वहां पीपीपी कैसे करेंगे? तो विकल्प है कि इफ प्राइवेट सेक्टर कम्स अप विथ सम वेरी गुड इनोवेटिव आइडियाज, it will implement it on a larger scale, but any private investor would like to recover his investment. He would like to make money, and that's not unfair. That's very, very fair. How would he get the money? We can't expect 3 crore children in rural areas in Madhya Pradesh to be able to pay for those private sector services. So it will have to be paid by taxpayers' money. So it will have to be paid by the government's kitty. राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन एक्ट को मध्य प्रदेश में पूरी तरह से उसकी भावना के अनुरूप लागू करने में अभी हमको 4000 करोड़ रुपए की अतिरिक्त राशि की आवश्यकता होगी। 4000 करोड़ रुपया कहां से आएगा? कुछ भारत सरकार से आएगा, कुछ राज्य सरकार से आएगा, और वो 4000 करोड़ रुपया अभी कहां खर्च होगा? वो राइट टू एजुकेशन एक्ट के अंतर्गत जो मूलभूत आवश्यक सुविधाओं की बात की गई है एक्ट में, कि इतने बच्चों पे इतने क्लासरूम मिनिमम, इतने प्लेग्राउंड, हर स्कूल में टॉयलेट, हर स्कूल में पानी की सुविधा, finish. Only creation of basic infrastructure and number of adequate teachers itself will consume my 4000 crores. And if we are talking about PPP, सारे प्राइवेट जो इन्वेस्टर्स स्कूल एजुकेशन में आना चाहेंगे, उनके द्वारा किए गए इन्वेस्टमेंट की रिकवरी भी इसी किटी से और इसी बजट के फंड से होनी होगी। तो वो कैसे होगी? आई एम जस्ट लीविंग द थॉट टू यू। थैंक यू वेरी मच।